Hello YouTube, Zen here, in what I hope to be a long-running series that I'll call Extreme LPs. What's an Extreme LP? Well, basically I take a game and I set parameters for myself, and if I should fail those parameters, the Let's Play for that game is over. It's pretty straightforward, really. In honor of the first LP, though, I'm probably going to make it a little bit simpler. No, not simple like Lost Levels. I'm talking about starting with a classic game in the series. That's right, Mario Brothers. The first game in the Mario series, actually. Or at least I think it is. Okay, so, Mario Brothers. A little bit of backstory here. This game is based on the arcade classic of the same name. There is actually a arcade archive version of this also here on the Switch, but as you can see, I'm playing the NES port, I guess. Well, I guess this is an emulated ROM, I suppose, made by Nintendo. But still, this is basically the NES version of the same game. I'm not really sure what the difference between Game A and Game B is. I mean, I have practiced this in my spare time, and from what I gather, I think Game B just means that the fireballs spawn sooner or quicker. I mean, I can't really verify one way or the other. But yeah, what you're basically seeing is all there is to it. Now, the thing about this game is that the game doesn't end. You know, it's based on the arcade classic, after all. There's about 99 levels, and after the 99th one, it just continues until you run out of lives, basically. It's one of those score-type games. However, what separates this game from Super Mario Brothers is that the controls, well, they're a bit lackluster. What I mean is, they don't jump as easily as they would in, say, Super Mario Brothers. Basically, whatever jump, if you're running towards something, you have to really commit to it, otherwise you're not going to do much. They do have some left and right control when you jump straight up, but not very much. And also, you can't touch any of the enemies unless you flip them over, as demonstrated in the, well, demonstration here. I have practiced this on my own, and I'm not a super expert, and since the game doesn't technically end, I'm going to set the parameter for myself as follows. I'm going to afford myself 5 complete games. If I don't beat this, I'm going to give myself 5 attempts. What's an attempt? Well, an attempt is basically, a playthrough. So, I have to, within 5 playthroughs, either get 100,000 points or reach level 15, whichever comes first. If I don't complete either of those in the 5 attempts, then it'll be game over, and this will count as an L. Sounds exciting, right? Now, there's really not much to say, and unfortunately there's not much music, so I'm going to try my best not to remain too silent. Let's just go with Game A. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. 2-player Game A, 2-player Game B. I mean, I'm by myself, so... Okay, so as you can see on the bottom left, there's the current round. I guess P stands for phase. Now, you can actually get a multiplier if you hit multiple enemies at once, but I've never been lucky enough to do that myself. Oop, here we go. Yeah, unfortunately, if you don't grab the coins as they appear, that's it. The coins will come in from the top every time you defeat an enemy, and if you don't pick it up before it leaves, that's it. Enemies, on the other hand, they'll keep coming in and out until you've beaten them all. Okay, now, you might be thinking, oh, are these Koopas? No, these are actually shell creepers. Although they could be Koopas. I mean, a theory I have is that, I mean, this is how, you know, Mario came to the Mushroom Kingdom, right? Of course, you know, we're about to see a movie to that effect, so... Oh, dear. I think I, may have screwed myself over somewhat. Okay. Yeah, if I... Yeah, if I take too long, fireballs will eventually spawn, so... I'm gonna try my best not to screw myself over here. Oh. That's probably good enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the coins count if you don't, unless you grab them yourself. Mario and Luigi both, I guess, they only have one run speed, so holding the B button doesn't really do you much good. I mean, I'm playing with the classic NES controller here, so I find myself holding down the B button, even though it does no good. It's actually quite hard. It's actually quite hard on my thumb, the D-pad. These old games where you really have to hold down a button kind of do murder on your thumbs. Yeah, oh. Oh, there's a death. Alright. Yeah, lives, I mean, you do get one extra life, like, yep, at the 20,000 mark, but, I'm not really sure if there's any more lives I can earn beyond that. Beyond that. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be... Yeah, sidesteppers here require 2 hits. I mean, the fireballs, you can be destroyed if you manage to time it just right, hitting them from the bottom, but I wouldn't recommend it. You're better off just avoiding them, personally. Especially the green ones. The red one always seems to appear on the top. But the red one doesn't necessarily disappear until you actually deal with it. And if you leave it alone long enough, it'll actually traverse the level. Or phase, I guess. Oops. Yeah, so if enemies bump into each other, they'll basically just turn direction. Okay, well, I think I'm doing pretty good so far. This might be a short episode, actually. In terms of how many episodes per game, there's no set formula. I guess it depends on whether or not I beat the game or not, I suppose. Which may or may not necessarily take 1 or 2 episodes. I mean, there's not much to the game itself. I mean, there's no point in continuing the LP, like something's at stake, right? Okay, and yes. Okay, I haven't really mentioned it so far, but the POW blocks actually have 3 uses, and they can be recharged after every bonus round that occurs. These are fighter flies. Thankfully, they don't actually... Oh, hello. That one got stuck on the other guy there. Oops. Yeah, so if you flip an enemy enemy upside down and you don't kick it off the stage in time, it'll basically just become faster. And as you've noticed, if there's one enemy left, they'll go at super speed regardless of their temperament beforehand. Oops. Oops. Yeah, if you think the controls are bad now, just wait until the floors turn to ice. And then you're in really big trouble here. There's an enemy called a Freezy that will appear, I believe, after this round. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, the POW blocks also destroy the fireballs temporarily. I guess that's all there is to say about this game. As far as the bonus phases go, you have to be pretty much perfect the first go-round. You miss a jump, you're practically not going to get the bonus. You're guaranteed a 1-up if you get all the coins here, but let's see, like right there, it's already over. There's also actually a version of this game that's included in the Mario Advance series. Funny thing is that it doesn't matter if you have Mario Advance 2, 3, or 4. They all contain Super Mario Brothers Classic. And yes, they're all those game packs are all compatible with one another. Or at least they were back in the day. Good luck finding anybody who has them, or anybody willing to play. I mean, I don't know if I'll show that off, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe in a future episode or something. No guarantees, right? Okay, yeah, the Freezy there was worth 500 points. So, yeah, the Freezies, I believe, will try to freeze whatever the lowest point is first, before moving on to the next. See right there. Now that floor is frozen. I don't think the floors stay frozen between rounds unless they start that way. Alright. Jumped over him. Okay, I gotta make this quick. Yeah, I believe in the... Oops. Oh, darn it, so close. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Yeah, the green fireball basically spawns wherever you're at the time. And like I said, the red fireball at the top just pretty much goes where it wants to on the top. Okay, well, I've made it to phase 10 at least. So far so good, right? I did say 15, right? Okay. Alright. Oof. Okay. And there... Oh, whoa. That was close. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just avoid the currency and just go for the enemies. Because after all, I mean, a fat lot of good money does when you're dead, right? Ooh, that was close. Okay. You know, I really should use the POW block more liberally. I mean, not by much. Like I said, they have 3 charges. Okay. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the Game Boy Advance version of this game is actually way better. For one thing, the controls are based off of their movement in the actual super titles, so you won't have these jarring controls. Well, the best way I can explain why Mario Brothers function the way they do in the original here is probably because, well, I mean, they're plumbers, right? So I imagine at this moment in time, they're probably weighted down with a whole bunch of plumbing tools. Similar to how, like in Luigi's Mansion 3, where Luigi spoiler alert, when Luigi saves his brother and his brother Mario wants to save the princess. And of course, Mario flexes by parkouring But, you know, Luigi's has the poltergust on his back, so he can't really jump, even though he's better at it than his brother. So that could be a good explanation as any. Wow. Wow, I could lose this. Okay. Just gotta make a run for it. And boom. Boom. And there we go. Please let there be a bonus round. Nope. No such luck. Okay, well. Phase 12. I'm no closer to getting an extra life. Like I said, I think they're pretty stingy with the lives. Or maybe you only get an extra life after 20,000 and that's it. I don't know. I mean, it might have to do with the game version I picked. I mean, it was game A, so I don't know. Maybe it's different in game B. Maybe someone in the comments will probably tell me otherwise. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, well, that's that. So much for that playthrough. So, on to the next. Alright, so that's one playthrough. You know, I think it would probably help if I actually tried to go for combos now, while the phases are easy, or easiest, I guess. Yeah, so like the first one here is always going to be like 3 enemies. Interestingly enough, I mean, some of the shell creepers would be replaced with spinies in the Game Boy Advance version. Okay, bounce on you. Darn. I wanted to get a combo, but Fireball wouldn't let me. Yeah, that's just the nature of the game, unfortunately. You set yourself up, and sometimes it just fails, that's all. Okay. By the way, have any of you seen that commercial for this game? I mean, the old one from those review shows? No? Yes? I don't know. I mean, I don't have anybody with me actually here to talk to, so I just have you guys, the audience, so. Man, this might be my worst playthrough here. Okay. Oops. I don't think I can recover. Yeah. Nope. It's over. So, yeah, it's a little disappointing to say the least, but at least you get 800 coins, or, excuse me, 800 points per coin there, so it sort of helps. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I did say 100,000 or 15 levels, right? Okay. And I'm probably just going to use the POW block. I mean, if I don't use the POW block, it's not like I'm going to get even more charges of it later, so... Oops. Okay, so far so good. I say that, but, you know, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy then if I lose, huh? You know, fun fact, I actually had done game videos before, once upon a time, about over 10 years ago, but they were on a completely different computer, and I had since had to destroy those videos because apparently it was around the time they were getting rid of annotations on YouTube. Yeah, I've been around for a while, but yeah, it was kind of weird. And then there was this whole copyright thing going around. I don't know if it was SOPA, PIPA, COPPA, I don't know. It was some alphabet soup, I forgot which. Okay. Oh, that walked right into it. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're getting caught along the corners of the map are probably not a good idea, since a fireball could literally spawn on top of you. Can you imagine in the 80s being in an arcade and putting quarters into a machine to play something like this? I mean, well, to be fair, I mean it would probably be cheaper to play games that way, relatively speaking, than to pay for a service. But you know, I mean, I'm not bashing here, but you know, everything's relative, right? Yeah. Well, at least I might be able to beat my top score. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I can't tell you how difficult it is for me to resist the urge to use the time rewind mechanic. You know, especially when I encounter some shenanigans here. Whoa, I almost ran into that one. Nope. No win scenario there. Okay. Well, so far it's looking like playthrough number 2 is a bust. I'm not sure how much space my computer can handle a video, or how long. Okay. That was close. Okay, now that one's a little bit faster. Fantastic. Okay, I just gotta keep calm and hopefully we can get through this. So at the very least, the video isn't going to be that long or boring. I mean, again, this is just like the first of what I hope to be somewhat of many episodes, so I'm just kind of still working things out, so testing the equipment among other things. You know, fun fact, I actually bought microphones thinking that for whatever reason, a microphone wasn't working. Oh, well, that's playthrough number 2. Let's see, what time are we at? Almost 30 minutes? Crap. Alright, okay, playthrough number 3, I guess. Kind of hard to line them all up, to be honest. I mean, one strategy I think I might go for is probably just, you know, flipping them all over and then, well, I mean, make them all relatively fast and then just be where they're going to converge and then just flip them all over then. Because, you know, eventually all the enemies will meet in the middle, right? If they're going fast enough. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure I got that one. Nope. Yep, just like the arcade feel, huh? Please insert another 20 quarters. Am I right? Wow, already? Okay. Yeah, got it. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I think I've more or less run out of things to say about this game. Again, not much to talk about. So, I guess, I saw the latest, Tears of the Kingdom trailer. Gameplay footage. Pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was planning on making, an extreme LP of Breath of the Wild, actually. You know, just some self-imposed challenge, nothing too special. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a super big expert I mean, I have played it on Master Mode, but, man, I can't for the life of me beat Trial of the Sword in Master Mode. It's just too I mean, there's difficult, and then there's too difficult. I mean, I don't eat, breathe, and sleep, video games like I used to, back when I was younger. Fun fact, it might surprise you to know that, I'm actually, 36. And I was born in 86. I've discovered, like, what was it, like 5 years ago now? 5 years ago, I decided to Google what year, based on what year I'm born, what generation am I? And it turns out, if you're born in 86, you're a millennial. I mean, you're among the eldest living millennials, but still a millennial nonetheless. Now, I would sit here and complain about, like, oh, I'm nothing like them, but I guess I decided to take a lateral approach to it and basically just embrace the fact that I was a millennial by eating the staple food that I guess we had come to be known for. What was it, avocado toast? I mean, so I tried avocado toast, which, I took it to its literal meaning, avocado on toast. And I don't know, I must be doing something wrong because I didn't see the appeal. I mean, do you put egg on it, or, like, if somebody could help me out, lest I look like a total idiot, about a recipe with avocado toast, that'd be super. Because otherwise, like I said, I just don't see the appeal. Avocado or guacamole, for example, which is made from avocados, it doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor to it, I guess. I don't know, it's just one of those weird foods, I guess. But, yeah. So, I don't know. Part of the reason I'm doing this, YouTube thing, Let's Playing, is that, the thing is, like, while you guys were all embracing the, YouTube culture and the Let's Plays, I was actually trying to do things the old-fashioned way. The internet, as we came to know it today, didn't really start to take off until after 2005, and I graduated high school in 2005. So, yeah, it kind of sucks to be born on the cusp of one generation and not another. But then again, I've always been the kind of person who didn't really act like other people my age. I don't know. As I got older, I was always hell-bent on trying to please my superiors or my parents, and of late, I've kind of fallen into this category of, I've come to the realization that, I kind of let down the one person that mattered most, and that was myself. That's not to, don't get me wrong, that's not to say that college education, I didn't try to do the college thing. I only managed to get an associate's in human services myself. I probably would have gone further with my education, except, well, you need money to actually... Let me put it this way, the kind of money you need, you would have already had to have gone to college in order to go to college, you know what I mean? Basically, unless you're rich, you're pretty much boned. At least that's what I came to the realization. But, the thing is, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to get personal, but, I've come to the realization that, even if I had succeeded and, like, gotten a PhD or a master's in, human services, became a psychologist or what have you, come 2020, I probably would have lost everything anyway. So, yeah, on one hand, it feels like I dodged a bullet, yet on the other hand, I know for a fact I'm clearly not winning. For me, this whole thing kind of feels like, like you're playing Mario Party, right? And you're not doing particularly well, quite frankly. Let's say you're in last place. And so you land on Bowser's space, right? And normally what's supposed to happen is Bowser is supposed to screw you over, right? You know, take a star, steal coins from you, etc., etc. But sometimes, not often, but sometimes you land on Bowser's space, and if you're in 4th place already, he basically just gives you coins. You know, again, you know, maybe not necessarily enough to put you in a winning status, but certainly not enough to make or break you in that moment anyway. So basically, I guess I'm trying to capitalize on this whole craze of Let's Plays. Especially now, since most people who are doing Let's Plays now are people my age who are probably kind of thinking that, you know, they're about reaching a threshold, you know? I mean, look, like, for those of you who are in your 30s, approaching your 40s, like me, listen, you're as young as you feel, alright? And, you know, I'd be lying if I said that, you know, your videos didn't get me through some tough times. But, you know, the thing is, age is just a number, right? I mean, you don't need much stamina or education to push buttons like I'm doing now. And, you know, I mean, if it makes you feel happy, I mean, you know, if it makes you happy, do it, you know? I mean, you can't just look at your old stuff and you know, feel. I mean, it's common to look at your old work, your old videos, and think, oh, that's cringe. I can't believe I did that back in the day. But listen, you know, everybody starts somewhere, you know. I mean, look at John Leguizamo, you know, when he played Luigi that one time. I mean, yeah, I mean, he got a lot of crap for it back in the day, but hey, you know, I mean, times have changed, you know, and so do attitudes, you know? You know, you shouldn't be ashamed of your old work. Oh, wow. I actually reached level 15 while talking. And it looks like I'm about to reach 100,000 points. Wow. I guess, honesty is the key to victory? I don't know. You know, I never actually stood on a platform while it was being frozen. Oh. Well, I reached level 15 and got 100,000 points, so I've already beaten the game as far as I'm concerned. I'll just wait for him to get down here. Boom. Oh, what? Oh, shenanigans. Oh, well. Well, anyway, that's Mario Brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this, almost 40-minute Let's Play. I hope to see you in the next one. Later.